I'm Michael Hernandez with MLH Media and Valley Fight News, and I'm here with Christopher London, who is looking to make his MMA. It's not going to be his debut, but it's actually going to be his second matchup, and it's going to be his Royal Combat debut. But we wanted to talk. I wanted to talk to him a little bit today because I found it pretty interesting. Your story because you yourself, you had went to a Royal Combat card most recently, right? You want to touch up on that a little bit?
Yeah, so I was actually I was supposed to be competing in Royal Combat's last Muay Thai card with my girlfriend Anika, but opponent backed out, so things didn't happen. I ended up coaching, which overall was good, so because I got to focus on her. But so now I'm gonna say instead of the Muay Thai, now I get to fight on the MMA card, which is amazing because once I've had that the training from that previous card, now just into this card. So it's good. I'm gonna say it's good. But yeah, so I'm gonna say I like Royal Combat. I like the way that they run their promotions. So and the fact that they were able to squeeze me in on this MMA card is amazing. And ultimately, MMA is like the goal of where I want to be. So the earlier I can dive into it, the better.
Yeah, no, and it looks like you were already making a quite the splash. I mean, when you were over at that Royal Combat card, it was almost crazy. It was like a celebrity had kind of walked in by how many people were kind of approaching you and asking you, like, "Hey, oh my gosh, that's Chris, that's Chris." So it was kind of cool seeing that atmosphere, man. So I know for sure once those lights come on for the fight, you're for sure going to garner a pretty loud noise at the Carson Event Center on the 16th. But I know you were talking a little bit about that Twitch stream of yours, which I found pretty interesting as a route for a fighter, because I mean, you traditionally don't hear about a lot of fighters having a Twitch stream as their side job. So, and I also find it interesting your real cool, calm, and demeanor on your Instagram, so kind of going through your personality a little bit as a fighter, because I mean, it's a little bit different from the usual.
Um, well, my personality wise, it's a good day to have a great day every single day. It's not like I carry an ego into this. So I really just, when it comes to fighting, I just want to challenge myself, and I want to be challenged, and I want to overcome these challenges, and I want to keep just pushing myself to be the best that I can. So it's not like I'm one of those guys that walk around like, oh, I'm a big macho, I'm the tough guy. Hell no, man, that's not me. Uh, so like you mentioned the Twitch, so I do that to share my martial arts journey with everybody else. Some people can't afford to get into a gym, or some people don't have the means to get to a gym. And so if you have a phone, which most citizens in America do, if you have a phone, you can tune into the Twitch where I coach, I teach, I make people laugh, or at least I try to. And like I just share the enjoyment of martial arts, because ultimately that's what this is for. Like this is martial arts. Yeah, it can be deemed a brutal thing, and it looks crazy, like men like swinging and women swinging at each other. But in reality, it's a community, and it's a very giving community. It's a very generous community. So the fact that I'm able to share that with other people is amazing, and it makes my day. I've seen some of the people that me and Coach Gio have seen other people in our class that are smiling as they learn something new, and they're over here sharing moments with their teammates and their partners. And like ultimately, like I said, I think that's what it's like martial arts is for. So I try to keep a cool level head with most of the stuff I do, but don't get it twisted. Like that, life is all about balance. So just as calm, cool, and collected as I am just as equally able to fuck you up and suck things straight. But ultimately,
You're a pretty calm and cool guy, but you definitely do have that. I like to call it one of these past fighters. His name's Kaleo Lagapa that I talked to. He has his nickname is Kill Switch, and I love that description because I find it such an accurate description for MMA fighters. Because you guys, most of the time, I mean, especially me, kind of growing in this aspect in this realm, I've talked to a lot of you guys, and you guys are some of the nicest people I've ever met. I mean, you guys could put a MMA fighter aside from like a regular average Joe, and you would be like okay, that dude's the average Joe and this guy's the MMA fighter. And
Yeah,
you would have
you can just tell the difference.
so I always tell people that you'd be surprised of how nice these MMA fighters are, and you're definitely an example of that, man. Because you're really nice demeanor, and even the first time I met you, it was all love, all great energy, you know. So I really appreciated that. But I really love your message with the Twitch and with everything you got going on over there, because I mean, obviously, as you stated, not everybody can afford that mixed martial arts experience, and then especially you have that experience at Tao Jiu-Jitsu, which is one of the premier kind of spots over there in the Los Angeles area. I mean, so that's an experience that not a lot of people would really get to garner, and you're giving them that with your Twitch experience. So I just wanted to go ahead and give you your kudos to that, man, because that's definitely something worth mentioning, man. And I'm glad you're continuing on with that. But how did you get into martial arts? Because I mean, I'm pretty sure it took a little bit of and took a little bit of pushing in, because I mean the first step into martial arts is always a little bit tough. I mean, even for the best of them, you know.
Honest answer, Jameson and cocaine is how it was what got me started. I was dealing with some things in life. I wasn't in the best of spots. I just recently got kicked out of school. I say moved to California. I got kicked off the basketball team in college. I got kicked off my track team. And then once I moved to California, I kind of fell into a little phase. But everybody's like, you know, it's LA. Like it's easy to get lost in the sauce. And that's exactly what happened. I ended up being with the wrong people, wrong places. I say doing the wrong things I shouldn't have been. And it was just kind of going on for too long. Like I felt myself just stagnant. And I just didn't. Once they took away, like in college, like once I got kicked off the team, and they took away that competitive edge from me, and like I wasn't able to compete anymore. So that's kind of what started the downward spiral. So I brought that to LA, and then was just doing the wrong things. Drugs, cocaine's one hell of a drug. Don't do drugs, kids. And so eventually it went on for too long. And then at my brother's bachelor party, my younger brother's bachelor party, I got too drunk. I got a little too messed up, and I tried fighting on my brothers one night, and woke up the next morning. And for me, family is like my biggest thing. My brothers mean, and my sisters mean the world to me. Like I would do anything for them. And they're a huge reason why I do this. And so the night after I was drunk and going belligerent on them, I woke up and none of my family would text me back. None of my brothers wanted to text me back. Nobody was accepting my cause. The oldest brother, Malik, who was like the wise one of us all, he texted me to speak for everybody. He said, "Hey, Chris, last night was kind of much. I don't think nobody's trying to talk to you right now." And once I received that text and I saw that, I was like, "Yo, damn." That was like the loneliest I felt in probably like my entire life. Like I couldn't even talk to my own brothers at that moment. So that's when I realized something in my life needs to change. So I started with myself. Self-improvement is always the best place to start whenever you want to change your life. So walked into a Muay Thai gym one day, which is where we're at now, actually. Good old MTA. Walked in one day and I said, "This is my identity now. My pronouns are Muay Thai." I said, if you ask me, I will live and die doing this shit, and I'm happy with that. Because once I did walk in here, and I found that competitive edge again. I found something that challenges me every single day to get better. And it's like I said, it's not like I walk into the gym trying to be the macho guy. Oh, I need to fight everybody. I truly just want to keep challenging myself. I want to be the best martial artist, the best Christopher London that there is. And so this is me now. And it's all because of I had to go through those hardships, and I had to go through that downward spiral to realize, hey, Chris, you're not on the right path. So now here we are. And life is 10 times better. Way better.
Yeah, no, and that's absolutely beautiful. I couldn't I mean, I don't think anybody could have wrote a story as good as that, because I mean, Rick James said it best. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, you know,
Facts. Yes, it is.
it definitely can lead you down some dark paths. But I'm glad that you were able to find that light and you were able to go ahead and kind of make strides in your own personal gains and your mental health in your own mental health journey. Because I'm pretty sure as a man, it definitely took a lot of growing up in those in that quick time frame. Because I mean, you know, having nobody in your corner, like how you said, with your family and everything like that, I can only imagine, man, you know. So I definitely commend you for coming out of that and being a better person of it, and also becoming a martial artist out of it, because it is going to give us quite the entertaining show on the 16th. I know that you're definitely going to put on a great show, especially with the
Boy,
story like
what?
that.
I'm finna have some fun. Point blank, period. So the first fight, I'm gonna say, because I know you wanted to touch on it earlier. So back in November was the first MMA fight, but now like this is my second MMA fight. I know like the rules, I know what's to expect. I mean, yes, ultimately it is a fight, so you don't know what to expect. But I know, like, okay, there's an opportunity that this is going to go to the ground, and I'm prepared for that now. I'm about to have so much goddamn fun. I can't wait till this Sunday. This is about to be fun.
Yeah, you're almost giddy with excitement over there in that ring.
Yeah,
I'm almost excited for you over here sitting down in San Luis Obispo. We're a good 3 hours away, man. But you know, just to touch up a little bit on that night of the Royal Combat, the Muay Thai card, you said you were also going to compete on that card. Is there any chance that you're potentially going to do another Muay Thai show? Because I know you said that MMA is, you know, kind of your focus at the time, but you know, there's always that chance of you kind of throwing in your towel in the in the Muay Thai circuit.
Facts. So originally, I'm gonna say everybody close to me. I'm gonna say my team, my coach. I was telling them that that last month, that Muay Thai fight, that was gonna be my last Muay Thai fight, so I can just dive straight into MMA. But since I missed out on that Muay Thai opportunity, I feel like yeah, I'm more than likely going to throw my hat back in the ring. There's another promotion that has a title shot at 170, so I might jump in there and try to get myself a belt before the year is over. But ultimately, Muay Thai is my bread and butter. It's what I love. It's what got me into martial arts. It's what I'm passionate about, and I love the Muay Thai community in Southern California. And so, I wouldn't be surprised if I do a couple more Muay Thai fights. Like I say no, oh, I don't want to. But yeah, I'm going to.
First love, you know.
Yeah, it's my first true love, and I'm like, and every like just hearing the bagpipes right now, the trumpets are just getting me going. Like I love the environment. Everybody in the Muay Thai community. It's not like I said, it's very, or at least the gyms I've been to and I've been blessed to go to. There's no egos. Like there's not much egos in the Muay Thai community. We all want to see each other truly get better. And then whenever it comes to competition days, you see people at the events, they're rooting, or it might not even be their fighter, and they're still rooting because it's Muay Thai. And we truly just love the catches, the sweeps. We love the environment. We love the music. It's just different than other martial arts. So definitely could see more. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is definitely a whole different culture. I mean, when I first went out to that Royal Combat show, it definitely threw me for a loop because I was so thrown off guard of how much I enjoyed it. Because I mean, it was my first ever Muay Thai card in person, and I'd always heard about, oh man, you should go to this Muay Thai show, you should go to this Muay Thai show, and definitely heading to that Royal Combat Muay Thai show, it definitely garnered my interest in the Muay Thai community. And it's almost like asking a grappler, you know, asking somebody that's based in jiu-jitsu, hey, would you ever be down to do another grappling match? They're always going to say no, but you know, if you give them the right circumstances, they'll probably go ahead and hop on those mats, man. But you know, I found it pretty interesting that you and both your partner, Lynn, you guys both train together and you guys often will kind of post content together. And so how has it kind of been with that balance? Because I mean, kicking her in the rib cage in the ring and then having to go home and kind of be best buds with her and be you know, that be your bestie and be your best friend. So kind of go into that relationship dynamic a little bit. I found that quite interesting. And even at the fights, you know, you guys still shared that relationship. It was quite interesting to watch play out.
It works. I'm gonna say it helps because considering how passionate I am about this, it's hard for me to go out and get into the dating world. So because I'm so into the gym, and it's nice because she has that background as well. So she has no problem whenever I say, hey, baby, like, let's go to the gym or I'm kind of hold pads. She gets that same itch. So she understands that I don't have the time or I don't have the energy to be going out and like going to the clubs every weekend because I need to be in the gym. I need to be training. And she understands that. Whenever I come home, she'll cook for me. She'll rub my muscles out. And so it's a good dynamic. But whenever she has to fight, and I got to sit there and I got to coach her, it's that's when it gets tricky because it's hard differentiating between boyfriend and coach. Because once we're in the gym, I'm your coach. Like, I'm here to get you better. I'm here to push you. And it's tricky because I know which buttons to push to get her angry or to get her upset or to get her going. But then we get home and I have to leave the coach at home. Or I have to leave, or even whenever I'm in the gym, I have to leave boyfriend at home because there's times like I'll see that she's breathing heavy, she's breathing hard, she needs to take a rest. And as a boyfriend, I'm like, hey, yo, baby, maybe you should calm down. But then as a coach, I gotta be like, no, because come fight time, you need to get used to going.
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting dynamic. And then there's, like I said, that there's times where I know which buttons to push. And so she'll start going, whenever I'm holding pad for her, she'll start going heavy and heavy. And there's times where I think she'll purposely kick me in the chest or like knee me in the nuts just to slow me down because she knows this is the one time you'll get away with it is when we're in the gym. But it's good because we can, once we're in the gym, we both know that we're here to work. We're here to challenge ourselves. We're here to get better. And then once we leave the gym, once we get home, we take a couple minutes to decompress, get out of the gym scenario. And then we're cuddly, we're loving, we're back to, do you want a back rub? Do you need anything? Are you okay? How do you feel? And it's more of a partnership opposed to me telling you, let's go. So it works, and she understands that.
Yeah, no.
Same for me. Sorry. She also understands that there's times where she's going to be on my head. Chris, you got to keep going. You got to keep up. Baby, you got to get up. You got to go. You got to go. And I love her for those moments when she gets me up and she keeps me going.
I was just about to ask if she's actually going to go ahead and be in the corner for you for your fight coming up on the 16th.
So for this fight, I'm gonna say she's going to be in my corner, but I don't think she's going to be physically in my corner. I'm gonna say because I have Professor Rob from Tao that's going to be in my corner, and then my coach, best friend, training partner, go-to guy Gio. He's been in my corner damn near since day one of this shit. So though in Royal Combat we only allow 2. I love my baby to death, but I need professionals.
You gotta handle the professionals, man. So I definitely understand that, but that is absolutely amazing that she's gonna go ahead and be there in the corner for you, supporting you and rooting for you in your MMA matchup, man. Because you were doing a lot of the same during her Muay Thai match. I mean, you were probably one of the loudest supporters in there for her, and you were even on the ring. So that just goes to show the type of support that you show and the type of energy that you radiate. But I just wanted to go ahead and kind of, I know we're getting to the near of this of our time here because Zoom only lets us go on for so long. But I really wanted to see if you wanted to touch on, because I know you obviously have a ton of gyms that you are able to luckily go into in the Los Angeles area, and any sponsors or anybody that you would like to thank, because I mean this is a journey in itself to get to any MMA matchup.
First, let me make sure this is turned on. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, I have to give the hugest shout out to the Sage family back out in Vegas, to everybody out at Syndicate MMA out in Vegas. I was out there for like the past month to 2 months working with them, staying with the Sages, and the fact that like there's people out there, like in Vegas, it's different. There's people out there, they're really passionate about that, and they understand that at times I don't have the means to take care of everything. And though that they weren't my formal sponsors, if there was anything I needed, it was either Mama Trauma or the Trauma family, or it was the Sages that made sure that I was okay. I got a roof over my head, whether it would just be giving me a burger, putting food in my stomach. There's amazing people in this world that have gotten me from where I've started to where I am now. And so I have to say huge shout out to to Jake and Avery Sage, thank you guys so much. I want to say, you guys might not think it's a big deal, but to me, for a kid coming from nothing, the stuff that you guys have given me, I highly appreciate it. The Trauma family, Coach Trauma, Mama Trauma, thank you guys so much. Truly appreciate it. And then, like I said, shout out to everybody at Syndicate MMA. Shout out to my family at good old MTA Muay Thai America, located on Violent and Van Noen. If you guys ever want to pull up, shout out to everybody at Tao BJJs, my boy Leo, Natasha, Professor, Anthony, everybody over there that's helped me put in this work. No, sorry, the name was going forever. And then a huge shout out to Renzo Gracie, Los Angeles. I must say, I need to shout out to Coach Cortez and Coach Al, because it's funny, my first Muay Thai fight was against a guy, Joseph Sanchez, who I actually ended up losing. And after the loss, his coach came up to me and said, "Hey, we would love to work with you, like come to our gym." So the next week, I pulled up to Renzo Gracie, Los Angeles, and I started working with them, Muay Thai striking wise. And ever since then, it's just been a journey. And I feel as though everybody I've met so far has been nothing but supportive of this. I have yet to come across a person who has said, "Chris, you should stop doing this. You shouldn't be doing this." Everybody I meet believes in me, supports in me. And whether they know it or not, that for me goes beyond, above and beyond. That's just having that support and just knowing that there are people in my corner. I appreciate every single one of you guys.
Yeah, no, and that is definitely it's most needed in this community. You know, that love that you were saying from the Trauma family and from your people over there in the Nevada area. I mean, without that help, because I mean, it's a tough life for you MMA fighters. I mean, you guys have to kind of deal with the lower payment on the, you know, on the fronts when you guys are in the amateurs, and you guys aren't getting, you know, you guys aren't really getting the guaranteed payment. So it really does make it a lot more difficult when you are looking for those training spots and when you are when you're trying to get your name out there. So, you know, shout out to the Trauma family and shout out to all your people in Nevada that took care of you, man, because I know that.
I got one more. Big shout out to everybody over at Highest Stand, my boys Fed, Hamo, Arshad, David. My bad, I totally blanked on fucking Highest Stand for a second. Them boys over there are dogs. That's also where I train my grappling at as well. Because it's different between just jujitsu and like having that dog. And I like going over there. They brought that dog out of me. First day ever sparring over there, I almost got knocked the fuck out, and I got right back up and kept going. But I had to give a shout out to them boys real quick. Yeah, I like it over there. My bad. I'm sorry. I forgot about that for a second.
No, that was absolutely amazing, man. I appreciate you commending those guys and giving them their flowers. You know, I always love to give flowers to where they're needed, man. You know, we all show love in the MMA community, and I appreciate you showing love to the people that housed you in Nevada. I appreciate you showing love to the gyms. And of course, I cannot wait to catch you in action on April 16th, as well as a lot of other MMA fans. And I'll make sure to go ahead and put the card as well as the link. Hit up my boy, Christopher London. If you do need any tickets in the Los Angeles area, he is going to be fighting on this weekend. It's going to be a banger of a card. If you guys have never gone to the Royal Combat shows, it is always a good show. Trust me, the event, the venue, the fighters, everything. It's a great time, man. Don't make sure to miss it. But that was Michael Hernandez of MLH Media Valley Fight News signing out here with Christopher London.
Thank you, guys. Thank everybody for tuning in.
All right.